What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona lose Super Cup final by 4-1 to Real Madrid. Yet again, another embarrassing defeat in the Clasico. That's now 2 at the past 3 Clasicos where we performed to an absolutely disgraceful level. And tonight, everyone is to blame, Xavi and the players. It was a calamity from start to finish, and as soon as we can see 2 goals in 10 minutes, you know the game was pretty much toasted. Now, lineup for this match is on the screen right now. It was Iñaki Peña in goal, a back 4 of Koundé, Araujo, Christensen, and Balde, midfield 4 of Roberto, Gundogan, De Jong, and Pedri, and a front 2 of Ferran Torres and Robert Lewandowski. Look, the game started off on the worst foot because of Xavi. What did Xavi do? He played a high line while not pressing. What does that mean? It means that from the balls in behind, you're going to be beyond vulnerable with the pace, especially of Rodrigo and Vinicius. We got absolutely cooked in that opening 15-20 minutes. Everything in behind was getting in behind. The pressing from Barcelona was non-existent. No intensity, no nothing. As soon as we go 2 goals down, you see some sort of a fight. I think from the 20th minute, moving to before we conceded the 3rd goal, we were all right in the game. Apart from that, it was abysmal, and it's been the story of our season. And now everyone's under pressure. In about 2 hours' time, when everything gets published in the Catalan media, these players and manager may not survive. They're gonna get absolutely cooked, and rightfully so. Every single player today played shocking. Xavi's decision making this game, shocking. Only made 3 subs yet again. Did it on the hour mark and not half time when we needed those changes. Again, poor lack of in-game management. With now this tournament being gone, Xavi needs to win the league or the Champions League to keep his job come the summer. Xavi is, I would say right now, there's an 80% chance Xavi gets sacked at the end of the season, because I don't think Laporta will sack him during the season unless he really trusts his Rafa Marquez to come in and implement something absolutely outrageous. What the board needs to do right now is focus on getting a good midfielder this January, because if you don't sign any midfielder this January, it's going to get way worse, because not only is Xavi very indecisive, but you have players who can't be fit and the lack of options off the bench. Again, Xavi's used the same 3 subs now in the past 2 games because he does not trust what he has on his bench or is too young. Whether it's Maguire, Victor Roque can't be trusted in this game. Apparently Victor Roque has discomfort. You can't put him in a Clasico with 10 minutes to go. He's going to do absolutely nothing, and it's just not going to hinder him whatsoever. These are the things that have to be implemented for this season to survive, because right now we're on course for a trophyless season, where a lot of us are saying that he has to at least win 2 trophies this season. We went from winning the double last year to now on course for winning nothing. The Copa del Rey is going to be now our only shot of winning anything that's genuinely a chance. Because in the league we're behind, and the Champions League, of course, is based on luck and based on our form. We now probably don't have a chance against Napoli, who Napoli, by the way, are playing worse than us. It's a calamity beyond means. I don't know why there's a thumbs up here, but yeah. It's indescribable to me to see us again crumble when the going gets tough. Crumble when the pressure is on. Because apart from last season, the past 2 seasons before that, and this season, that's all I've seen. Yet again, Real Madrid did not batter us. They humiliated us in the sense of the scoreline, but they did not, dominate us in the game. First goal, Koundé mistake. Second goal was the high line, that's Xavi. Third goal was a penalty, whether it's a penalty or not. I think it's a 50-50, but if the referee calls it, VAR wouldn't overturn it. But if the referee didn't give it, I don't think VAR would have gave it. It was a 50-50. Araujo gets sent off as well. We'll talk about Araujo later on. And the 4th goal was a missed clearance from Koundé. So it's all our own doing. This season, we have rarely conceded based on the team outplaying us, based on a tactical approach from the other side. I think against Girona, we conceded a good goal in the build-up play where we just got absolutely cooked. But apart from that, it's always our mistake. It's a mistake that leads to a goal immediately. Not a mistake, then they kind of build up a bit and then we concede. No, it's a mistake and then immediately they score. As this has been a reoccurring theme this whole entire season. Our defense from last season was unbreakable for it now being easily penetrated by any team in the world. I guarantee you, if we had a Barcelona first team versus Barcelona Athletic, the first team might win, but I guarantee you Barcelona Athletic would score a goal 100%. This defense is non-existent, and it comes down for me mainly for the core of the defense. I think Christensen, besides from him being put in a suicide situation, I think he had an alright game. Balde cannot cross save his life. Ever since Araujo talked to Tuchel, he's been on cloud 9. He's been in Germany since. Koundé post-injury has yet again been shocking. I think Koundé, you take away his 2 mistakes, I think he played all right. I think he played on the same level of Christensen. But again, you put those 2 mistakes in, he had an absolutely shocking game. And you look at the midfield as well. De Jong was overrun. Gundogan didn't look like he had any confidence. Didn't look like he had a touch on him whatsoever. Pedri looked all right, but that just comes down to his own individual quality. Roberto looked dead. Varane, it was just... This is the problem. You have so much inconsistency. Xavi now has to chop and change his lineup. 1 minute Ferran Torres 2 weeks ago was a guaranteed starter, and now I'm saying get Felix in. Because this is now Felix, he came on against Osasuna, played alright. Came on this game, played alright. I think now he has to be starting over Ferran Torres. Then you have Lewandowski, who gets a goal. Again, that's just purely on individual brilliance from him. It's just a calamity from start to finish. Again, this team on paper is good enough. Yet again, we do have 5 starters out injured. Gavi, Cancelo, Inigo, Ter Stegen. Who else is out? Rafinha. So I'm not making excuses here. I think everyone today is at blame, and everyone deserves maximum pressure. I think today, if you want to put a scale on it, I would say it's 70% Xavi's fault and 30% the players' fault, because Xavi put the players in a situation where it was basically suicidal, playing a high line with no pressure or intensity by any means. Our execution of the press this season has been diabolical. Last season, we'd lose the ball, you see 2 or 3 players press, there's organization in the press to win the ball back. Now we're just all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. The media is gonna explode. I'm actually gonna check Twitter right now, because I guarantee you it's gonna be imploding. Absolutely imploding. And I'm very curious to see what there's no way Barcelona tweeted Super Cup memories with Ibra. Are you shitting me? That's gotta be a missed time. That has to be like some sort of scheduled miss tweet. Oh my god. At least the players stayed on the pitch and they congratulated Madrid. Roberto, we are sad and angry, but I have full confidence in this team. We will definitely get out of this. Now we have self-criticized and learn our mistakes. You've been saying this now for 3 or 4 months. They hurt us after the penalty kick. We leave them as sad and defeated. It's been the same thing. You can't be saying the same thing for 4 or 5 months now. There's got to be some sort of change, at least a visual improvement. Okay, Xavi's not talking, but I think today the result is going to be all on Xavi. This will be the first time that I'm admitting it. I'm not, listen, if you're Xavi out, you do you, fair enough. You'll never see me say Xavi out for what he's done as a player. You know, Koeman was an absolute legend, but it was so diabolical with Koeman. I had to say it. If it gets to that point with Xavi, I will say it. But this spell that we have, why is there a thumbs up here, man? This spell we're having now, the past 3 or 4 months, is reminding me a lot of Valverde's time in that beginning of the 1920 season when we were top of the league. We had, I think, Dortmund and another team in the Champions League where we were playing poorly, getting results here and there, but dropping points. And then after the Super Cup, Valverde got sacked, where everyone had enough of him after Anfield. Xavi is now, I think, lingering in that kind of mindset, in that same frame, where now the big doubts are going to come in and there is no significant improvement whatsoever. Every fan is going to turn on him. Again, there is the argument, who are you going to bring in? There's absolutely no one. I'm telling you right now for free, if Xavi gets sacked during this season, 1,000,000,000%, Rafa Marquez will be coming in. If he gets sacked, I think at the end of the season as well, Rafa Marquez is probably coming in as well. It's the thing is, right, that you know that Xavi's a Barcelona fan, but you see the indecisiveness in his decision making, how he doesn't think through it. It's just, oh my god, I cannot believe the performance that I've seen today. I really have nothing else to say. Everyone's under pressure now. You've got to win the Copa del Rey now to have any salvation of this season whatsoever. Because if you go trophyless, you'll hear me. If we go trophyless, you'll hear me say Xavi out 100%. Because with this squad, with the investment that we've done over the past 2 summers, you cannot be competing like this. And again, the players have to be blamed as well. Again, I think today, 100%, got to really hone in on Xavi. I think over the past few months, though, it's mainly been the players. As you can make the argument, oh, we don't have players fit, which I already mentioned. A lot of our starters are out injured. But my god, these players are not performing at the level in any way, shape, or form. You see them in the pre-match press comments, oh, we're going to fight, blah, blah, blah. We're going to fight for the badge, passion. They show zero of that on the pitch. And I really have nothing else to say. I am in absolute disarray. I'll be over this by tomorrow. I've reached a point in my life where Barcelona games don't really affect me like they did in the past. Whether that's because we've lost so many big moments, or we've won so many big moments, or I've just gotten older. By Tuesday, I'll be over this when we come to the next game, because there's no point letting this affect you they're not worth it, honestly. Look at the performance. If they put out a performance and they, then we lost it, fair enough. But they didn't even put in a shift. None of them. Not even one player, I think, played well today. Not one. You can have some maybe average performances here and there. Not one player, I think, performed well today in any capacity whatsoever. It's going to be a big eye-opener now. Because, again, with this Super Cup not being won, you now basically cannot win a double. You're going to win either 1 or 0 trophies this season. It's going to come down to how we end off the season. Again, I don't think Xavi's going to get sacked. I don't think there's going to be any rash decision by the club. But 2 things need to happen now. 1, a midfielder has to be signed. Deco, move your Portuguese bombaclat and get someone in ASAP. And also, the players in Xavi have to fix up. Have to show us some sort of improvement. They have to show us something to go off of. Not just the same thing, surviving, winning games 3-2 and, conceding easy chances. Something has to change. And now with this monumental pressure on them, hopefully that can really kickstart something. But leave me your thoughts on the comments below. I want your thoughts on the performance, on who to blame. What would you do? Would you sack Xavi now? If you would sack Xavi, please let me know who you'd bring in, because I'm very, very curious about that. And we move. I mean, we are now, 9 points or 7 points off the top of La Liga, round 16 of the Champions League, round 16 of the Copa. Again, the Super Cup is the least of the priority, of course, but it's just the manner and how we lost it, and the Clasico, the way we've done it, and everyone's to blame today, whether it's the players or the manager. But I would say more so today, 100% on Xavi. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Should I say take care and Forza Barca? I usually don't say Forza Barca when we get battered, but the love for this club for me will never die out. And lose, win, or tie, you're there till I die. And they could lose 8-0 and tomorrow I'll still be there kissing the badge and supporting them, right? But it's a very damning evening, and hopefully they could show us something in the games that come up ahead. Union Stan, Salamanca midweek, then you have Betis, then you have Alaves, Granada, then Napoli. They've got to do something, because if we go to that Napoli game with no form, no confidence, and we get knocked out, I think then Xavi has a real chance of getting sacked during the middle of the season, which again is very rare for Barcelona. I think Valverde and Setien were kind of off one because they're all over the place, but apart from that, managers for Barcelona rarely get sacked. Even Frank Rijkaard wasn't sacked mid-season, so we'll wait and see. But I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.
Go, 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 go.